Yeah.
Well, just say I'm hitting going live.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Brian, Christmas music, second Thanksgiving dinner? Yes and yes.
We might think about this later instead of Patreon. But anyway,
Okay.
but
Okay.
dismiss.
Hello, Jonathan, and hi, Tim. Okay, so
We are so happy to be back doing the thing that we love.
I don't know. Oh, I guess I should check. My shoulder is only in. Oh, maybe I should scoot and get a little closer. Just a second. We'll see. Waiting for the video to update. But as you may be able to tell from my voice alone, I feel 1,000 times better than I did last time we attempted this.
Gonna black you out for a minute. Go ahead.
Oh, sure, from the screen. I thought you were going to black me out for a second. Just put a black box over my head. And so anyway, yeah, feeling much better. We are back home, back to a normal-ish schedule for at least a week.
Yeah, and our home is a really happy place now as we banished the Beatles.
Oh, yeah, that was something we never talked about on stream.
Oh, okay. Do we continue with Google or do we enter this here?
Continue with Google, but it's probably going to think that you're in the wrong account. There you go.
That's fine.
Okay, perfect. So David's getting Patreon set up to pull up. But yeah, so Jonathan, yeah, we never talked about it on air. But we had a problem where, sorry, I'm like also trying to figure out what's wrong with, can you click down here? David's trying to get this pulled up.
Oh yeah, because we have two of them for some reason.
Okay. So anyway, we had these little bugs in the house that were kind of like, they were little, like the size of a large gnat or a very, very small fruit fly.
They're kind of cute.
They were kind of cute. They were like kind of little, we called them beetles just because they had a bit harder shell. And so, but they could fly like, you know, some beetles can. And so, yeah, we called them our little beetles, and they were kind of cute. And so for a while, we're just like, well, you know, it's kind of annoying that we have these bugs in the house. But at the same time, if we're going to have bugs, they're the cutest of the bugs that I had seen. And so we didn't really care. We, you know, took care of them when we found them, but it was never like a problem until one day it really became a problem because there were so many that were like, what happened? And so anyway, long story short, because this went on for a while, because we literally couldn't figure out, like, we thought they were coming from the drain. So we were like pouring boiling water, vinegar, baking soda, everything down the drain. So we've got a very clean drain at this point. So we're doing all this stuff. We can't figure out what's happening. And it turned out that they were these little pantry bugs that had been living in lentils that I had bought from a health food store in the bulk section. And so they were like, you know, like not like fully sealed package because you're getting it bulk at a store. And so they're just in like a twisty bag. And they had made a little home in those lentils. And once we discovered that, we were able to banish them. We also had to throw away most of our goods in that. It was like, because I kept our dry goods in a separate cupboard from like what I call our pantry, it didn't even occur to me, like as I was checking the food, to go check that, because it's like what gets into dry noodles, right?
Yeah.
Like it didn't even occur to me to check that. I was looking at our main pantry and it was all fine. And so anyway, when we finally did realize they were living in the lentils, we had to throw away all of our dried noodle goods and rice goods and things like that to start over. But then they, within a couple of days, were gone once we got rid of it. So that's what David was talking about. We did that before Thanksgiving because that was before we left on our trip.
Yeah.
But it was really exciting to come home and not have bugs.
Yeah.
It was so exciting. Okay. So yeah,
By the way,
very long story.
LITL. Remember, remember Clueless, rolling with the homies, living in the lentils.
You're something else. And yes, happy Luxembourg to everyone.
Woo!
Woohoo! Ooh, and good evening, Mateus. All right, so I also want to say, as we're getting started, it does, right, Viren? Before we get fully started, Logan, if you're here, you have a birthday coming up this week, so happy birthday. If you're not here yet, then I hope you hear this birthday shout out. And
Logan,
if I see you pop up in chat later on, I'll make sure I re-shout out, but I wanted to make sure I didn't forget because that's going to happen before our next stream next week. And so, exactly, future Logan. Yes. All right. Oh my gosh, Mateus. Yeah, it's amazing what those little bugs can make little homes in. All right, here we go. We have a poll. We're done talking about beetles. We're home. We're happy. And let's talk about a poll. David has the images pulled up. Do you want to say something before I give the results?
it was a pleasure to be nominated. As you know, not everybody can win, and I did not win today.
Oh no. Sorry, Miles. I am so sorry. That would be awful to sift your flour, look down, and be like, well, crap. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So, like, we're trying to figure things out with
Oh, so David, it is
streaming. It's just a mess.
Can you pull it over to the left?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
right now it's-
yeah. Yeah, it's just a
And
mess.
then probably have to scroll down a little bit.
I don't see why.
Well, because once you pull it,
It's got all of
it's
them.
all three. Okay.
Yeah, it's got all of them.
So now David showed these options to me before he posted it because we're being more careful about, polls, as we had mentioned, because we don't get to override anymore. So we've been more careful about what we put up as options.
Yeah.
David showed all three to me, and I was like, I'd be fine with all three of them.
Yeah, I was too. Yeah, they're all good. But essentially, what we decided, if you could pass me my notebook over there, what we decided in terms of spelling is that these vowels would be spelled with an O following them for these rounded vowels. Here we are, right in the middle here. So what you can see is that the U is going to be spelled with a barred I followed by O. Is going to be spelled with an F followed by O. And O is going to be spelled with an followed by O. Because O is now understood as U. And so because of that, then we had a few options, right? Like the easiest, simplest thing is just to use digraphs, much like Dutch does. There is, so Dutch uses like OE to make the oo sound for some reason. And this like infected parts of Indonesia so that now they spell oo, OE as well. And it's like such a mess. There was a book series I read called The Buru Quartet.
Mateus, well done.
And it was written by Ananta, and then what I thought was Promoedia Tower, because that's how it was spelled, like Ananta Promoedia Tower.
Promudia.
And it's not even that. It's ja. It's Promuja.
Ooh.
Promujatur.
Nice.
Because they spell the ja with a dy. That one's a little bit, more sensible. But OE, using that to spell oo, do you see what's wrong here? It's just absolutely, I'm sorry, Pramuja Nanta, Tura Nanta is his middle name. Um, and just an absolute disaster. I mean, the sensible solution would have been OU, which is what most, sensible
Yeah, it's too French.
orthographies do. French does it. Greek does it.
Um,
And honestly, if the French and the Greeks agree on something, it's pretty much 100%, Um, anyway,
okay, so
yes.
all that is to say, we had these options. I also forgot to mention, because I don't remember, we didn't stream from down here last time.
Mm,
In our regular stream. We only did it in the patron streams.
that's
So
right.
for people who haven't seen this space before, welcome to another area of our house. We could not fix the pages problem
Yeah.
with the older computer, and so we're at my computer downstairs, which is on David's old computer desk, so he's back home. And we're gonna stream from here until we can figure
Until we
out
do something.
what to do. So anyway, I did
mean,
want to mention that because I kind of forgot that was something special. Also, with the beginning of Luxembourg, I'm wearing my Ajna shirt,
yeah.
which is Vampire Academy. So that's what we're doing for Luxembourg. David is doing another set of Luxembourg things for
High Valyrian.
And then on LangTime Studio's account, we're doing Wokutiju for Luxembourg. And then on my Jessie Conlang's account on Instagram, I'm doing Joadi. So we've got Luxembourg.
Just
covered.
doing it up big.
And also, if you didn't see last week's little tiny blip of a special episode, KopiCon is going to be in Washington, D.C.
And not only that, there are a lot of exciting things happening that I don't want to tell you about yet because they're not 100% confirmed. But there's a lot of good stuff that is very near to being confirmed. And one of them that I will confirm is that it's going to be on September 23rd, that weekend. The big day will be September 23rd. So you can start kind of feeling out when the best time is to buy plane tickets, because the thing is, prices will change throughout the course of the year. So you might just want to put one of those reminders on it, and because you can do this on Google, say remind me when prices get low.
Oh, that'd be.
That's probably the best thing to hear, or best thing to do. Anyway, but yeah, more stuff will be announced in the coming weeks. Okay, so
back to the poll.
Yeah, back to the poll, right? So I put up these glyphs here for reference, because this is what the barred I looks like, this is what ed looks like, and this is what schwa looks like. This is the old O. And so, all right, so back to the reason we brought up Pramuja Ananta Tour, very sorry for mixing up those two names, is that one option would have just been to spell them, to spell all of these with two letters every single time. But the thing is, that was going to be so many vowels. I mean, U and are pretty rare, but O is definitely not. It's used everywhere. Like if you just scroll through our go to Sarkeje and the hell.
I don't know.
Like
I really don't know.
Oh, you have it disappear? You have it disappear?
I don't know. I guess.
Oh my goodness. Fix these settings. It's backwards scrolling. But yeah, as you can see, O just occurs everywhere. It's a super common vowel. And so if you can imagine, we're creating an alphabetic system, writing something like, Saitsponyo, and it's just like writing the schwa O, schwa O, like everywhere.
That would be a disaster.
It would be a disaster. And so we decided to not include that as an option at all. So then, as you know, a lot of diacritics came about because a vowel that was written afterwards was written smaller and written above. That's why we have the two dots in German. They came from E. And that is also why we have the tilde over the N in Spanish. It was originally a very small second letter N that was written above. So we had two options for that. The first one was obvious. The O is kind of a C shape, and so you just put it right above. But just in writing, naturally, I felt like it would make sense if it twisted 45 degrees. So I gave that as an option as well. But then also, I did these combined characters where kind of like, you could see like this was like the result of having done it myself by hand. And if you draw it in motion, it made a lot more sense for the top side of this C to just kind of become a stick. So basically, boop, boop, like that. And so it's kind of a little curly dipsy doodle on the end. So those were the three options. I think that the winner was pretty obvious, but I'd love to know what came in second place.
Yeah, the winner was very obvious. And Jake, I had seen your comment up above. Even if we put A and B together, the results would not change. So the clear winner was C. And so that was the clear winner. The second place winner by a bit was B, but by 3 votes. And then A was last place. And so, but yeah, C like doubled. Even if we put A and B together, C had twice as many votes.
Yeah.
And so it's like it was a big win. Also, Mateus, that's funny that OU is already taken for the ow sound, because in English we're like, OU can sometimes be ooh, it can sometimes be ah, it can also be ow.
Yeah.
Because you can ought to do something outside you.
We have mouse, moose. I mean.
Oh my gosh, yeah. MOUSSE.
Then we have the other moose spelled with a double O. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah. All right, so you're on Top Chat. Oh, David, you're on Top Chat.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you're probably missing thousands of comments.
Thousands. I'm on live chat on mine though, and I, as far as I know, haven't missed, I don't know.
You know what I wonder? What if when you're on Top Chat, you don't get that spam? We haven't seen it in a while, and so I hate to invoke it.
I was going to say, you just, gosh. Oh my goodness. Now we know what's coming. So yeah, Jonathan, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just, it knows every comment so far has been important. All right, so C is winning. Oh,
best not to talk about it, Conlangery. Yeah. I mean, we got quite the write up or talk up on Biblaridian's channel, where he just read us the riot act for having such a slipshod stream, and we deserved it.
Oh man. Yeah, when it happens, you'll know. Let's just say it that way.
Yeah.
All right, so the poll is done. C is our winner, clear winner. And I think, yeah, I honestly don't know that we need Lexergy. I just pulled it open, so we were ready for it, just in case. I'm going to have Lexergy open on my computer as well. And I say that, but like I need to actually open it.
Let me ask you a quick question. Does the lower left-hand corner of your screen do anything?
No.
Can I make it do something?
Sure.
Are you sure? Because it would really make my...
Do we need to...
It would really make my life easier. Maybe we do.
Okay, so we blacked out screens, so just in case you open the secrets of my computer, can we put your water bottle on the other side?
Hey, it's my water bottle.
Yeah, I brought it for you.
Well, then you put it there.
Well, yeah, but you didn't move it, so I was just, Oh, Conlanger, yeah, it's just one of the unfortunate things of streaming, and yeah, it sometimes happens.
Okay, now.
And David's doing something to like a hot corner.
Yeah. Where are my hot corners?
To do something. I don't know what he's going to do.
Windows apps. Because they changed they changed how this looks, so I don't know where everything is anymore. Just need to find hot corners. This wheel has a thing on it.
In Conlangery, is that every Saturday? So every Saturday are you streaming? Oh no, what are you? Oh, you're trying to clean the wheel?
Yeah, I am. It's terrible.
Oh, but you can also, while you're in here, change the wheelie things so they go the direction you want. I'll get used to it. Don't
No,
worry.
I wouldn't do that to you.
But I'm telling you, you can.
I'm.
And then you can stop complaining.
No, see, I'm grateful. How about this? I will stop complaining. The thing is, I just need to know that you would be willing to do things my way, and then of course we will do them your way. Okay, go to lock screen setting.
What are you doing?
Well, I want to do this hot corners thing, but I
Don't you go to control center? Oh no, that's the control center up top. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, just for Luxembourg for now. Okay, cool. Well, that's really exciting because Luxembourg is obviously an exciting month for conlangs anyway. And then to have something special from conlangery, that'll be really cool.
I agree.
So yeah.
Can you if you can get me a link somehow? I think we're on Kitch Paja's Discord. If you can get me a link, I'll share it on our Discord so that everybody here can go and find it.
Desktop and dock.
Okay.
Hot corners should be an option. Of course, it doesn't look the same as it used to.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Well, you're scrolling far too fast for me to read.
Position on screen, minimize windows, double click.
All right, scroll down.
Menu bar.
Okay, go under Stage Manager. Do we have Mission Control? Let's go down there. Hot corners, right there.
Ah!
You just weren't scrolling far enough.
Okay.
This is enjoy while we try to figure out what in the world we're doing.
Okay, no, that's not it. Yeah, baby. All right.
All right, so you got.
And you enjoy this quick note?
I literally don't use hot corners, except on here because I've got it so my left will keep the screen alive.
Oh, well then, can we just set them to mine?
Exactly, Mateus. I don't even have a screensaver set, so it'll always be disabled.
There we go. Oh, yes.
All right, so now
yes.
Now David is finally feeling at home on my computer.
You know, if you were wondering, by the way, you're right. We could have, if you were thinking about it, we could have switched Jessie's computer with my computer and stayed in the same room. But this is where Jessie prefers to work, and so that really wouldn't work.
Ooh, oh, they're doing, so this Saturday is going to be about whistle registers, and so Conlangery is warning people ahead of time.
Well, there you go. There you go, Dark Horse.
Okay. So now, David,
yeah,
we have a winner.
Yep, so that's good. So we can, like, create some more glyphs. Now, somebody did ask.
That was last episode. Sorry, Conlangery.
No, we're in live chat now. We're in live chat now, Jonathan. I changed it. Somebody did ask about long vowels, and
that is bizarre. The comments are all showing up, but it does show top chat in this little corner, but it's obviously live chat on our screen. But like if you look closely, that says top chat.
You sure? How's that possible?
We are in live chat. Like we're both looking at it on the screen. I have no idea why it says we're in top chat.
Yeah.
So
like, look at this. I'm circling it right now. It's 100% live chat. Very weird. Anyway.
So weird.
So when it comes to long vowels, how do we get them? Is it always with L, or are there other ways to get long vowels? Does anybody remember?
Well, how about we go check out our handy dandy sound changes? And surely
Voiced H. Jake is saying.
Oh, thank goodness Jake is here to keep us honest. All right. So yeah, voiced glottal fricative when the voiced glottal that was deleted was in coda position. Huh.
It's in coda position.
And it's really not the L, it's the LH, right?
That didn't work. How do you...
The LH is how we did.
I was trying to get this voiced H in coda position.
Put an L in front of that H. Take away the W.
How about an R? Well, that didn't work. How about just put an H there? Mira. Mira. There we go. Okay. All right. So this means that there's two ways to get a long vowel with a coda L, right? Because the L disappears, and coda H. And so when it comes to the cats writing long vowels, remember that's what's important here, by the way. I want to tip that up a little bit. I don't know if I want to tip it up that much. We'll see in a second. But I didn't like the way I was being framed. Furthermore.
Oh, yeah, we could move it so I'm not hanging out. Whoa, gosh. That's trippy to see the monitor all leaning back like that.
You want me to?
Oh, no, I mean, I'll look at my screen. You're fine as long as you don't mind. It was just trippy to suddenly look up and be like, whoa.
Yeah, see, that's a little bit better. You know what we could also do? We could also bring back, remember the old, the other camera?
Oh, yeah.
We do have another camera. But, okay, so what this means is like, all right, we said that one of our goals with this orthography, unlike the previous three, was that it was going to be a more modern orthography, meaning that it will have undergone some revision and is going to be closer to something like Spanish, where it's more or less spelled the way that it is pronounced. So, looking at long vowels now and thinking about what the cats had and like what they might associate with how you write these long vowels, I see three options. Number one, writing a doubled version of the vowel, just like you do in Finnish. Number two, writing an L after the vowel.
Okay.
Number three, writing an H after the vowel.
Because that would always mean, well, wait, do we ever keep, no, all coda H's are lost. It's just only the voiced one.
Yeah, so to give you an example, we have this nonce word here, mihda, with a D that becomes mida. I'm going to put a T in here and show you what happens. That becomes mihta. And so the H stays. It's not a long vowel. But of course, readers would know that because it's a T there. So in other words, it's the coda H in combination with the following voiced one that tells you that it's supposed to be read as long. Oh, also a fourth option is to spell it historically. I mean, that was something we said we didn't want to do, but
we could theoretically just have MIH as a proto word, yeah?
Yeah.
As a proto form.
Yes.
And so MIH could end up either being, we should be able, remember you can just use I, the deromanizer or the romanizer thing.
Let's see.
So that just stays MIH, but theoretically if we had MILH, that would turn into a long vowel.
With an H on the end.
With an H. Okay, so it doesn't.
So that would be spelled MIHH, I guess.
And so that would be kind of bizarre. Oh my gosh, and wait, don't our case endings, don't quite a few of them have OOH as the ending?
Yeah.
And so...
can anything be long? I'm pretty sure anything can be long, right?
For some reason, I thought we had limited...
because we have long nasal vowels too. We have long nasal vowels as well.
Yeah, and we don't have long vowels listed specially in the vowel chart to indicate that some are long and some are not. So yeah, we've got the A, the U, A,
and see if we can produce an example. What gives us U?
Goodness.
Let's try this. Oh, of course can't. Sorry.
And Brian's asking if you would consider a diacritic for the long.
That's ooh. I'm wary of that because we haven't figured out how to do nasals yet, which that seems like a place where it might make sense to do a diacritic. And so if we were doing that, then it's like you could end up with double diacritics, something like Vietnamese. But yeah, let's figure out if we can get a long E or a long Er.
Well, what happens if we do MIYHDA?
Mida. Short.
And it's E, not E. Doesn't this mean that the IY should be E?
Oh, that's the vowel.
Oh, dang it.
What? How did we originally produce these vowels?
I'm trying to remember because my head is in Wokutishu, so like I have all the wrong memories of these.
Here we go. So we need proto-schwa after high round. No, it doesn't help us. We need to start with high round. Ooh, I.
Well, the E and the A have to turn
the
into
first vowel of a root in their back feature. Let's okay. Let's try. Oh right, of course. There's no oo. It's O, and that just becomes yeah. What is this? What is this? The vowels retain their rounding when possible and height always. Please note that there are going to be reduced options for these vowels.
But see, I thought.
But like these aren't proto. Because like we don't have E.
Right, and so that's why I was confused. Like I thought that was. Oh wait. OJ becomes E.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
All right, so what happens when we have
think? You need a hold on.
Okay. You need there you go.
There we go. Okay.
Oh my goodness. That was a journey.
Yeah.
We made it. Like seriously, you can ask me a lot of questions right now about where to find things in the Wokutishu document, and I'll be like, on it. That got me so far out of the mental space of Sarkije that I was so lost for a minute.
Well, we've missed a lot of streams lately, and we're going to be missing one more. Not next week.
Yeah.
Not next week, but the week after, we're going to be in Portugal. But then.
So I wasn't laughing about that. Miles, when you realized you bought eggs. Marvelous. Love it. Okay, so anyway, yes, we're going to be in Portugal on December 15th.
Yes.
Well, technically, we'll be over the Atlantic Ocean on December 15th.
Yeah. Maravillosa.
But, we'll be back after that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine.
Lisbon.
Yeah, Lisbon.
Yeah. Oh, of course we had this there the whole time to give us the E.
Of course we did. Why didn't you look down, David? You asked me where it was in the document. I found it. You had it on the screen. We are doing great. Okay. Yeah, today's the 1st. I suddenly was like, wait, how far are we into December?
How did we get right? Because this is actually better leave that there.
Oh, that was just moo.
It was just moo. Can we have like just a word that's CVV, like a long vowel?
I don't think so. Try MII, see if it blocks you.
Oh, we don't allow 2 vowels in a row.
Or
Oh, we apparently do. Well, we're not supposed to, right?
did we notate what our preferred syllable forms are?
No.
For protoforms?
No, but I'm pretty sure that we weren't doing that.
Wait, here we go. Maximum syllable is CVCC.
Yeah.
And it can only be an approximate followed by a nasal or fricative if it's a consonant cluster in the coda position. Oh, wait, isn't this the example that, wasn't this the language where Jake was like, what about this? And you're like, oh, it'll just break like Mia. Like if we have, because we would allow syllables back to back with like different vowels, and that could overlap with some of the other changes.
Yeah, but only
suffixes.
with suffixes. Yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, let's take the L away then. But I think, yeah, I think we can get away with spelling all of these with either a double vowel or with a following H. I believe so.
We could, but remember the following H, we ran across that problem where in that one example it would be like MIHHTA.
It would. And this one would end with 2 H's.
So what does our H look like? Are we even happy with that as an option?
Let's take a look.
And like if we're going to write something twice, why not just write the vowel twice? Like that just seems more logical to me.
It does, but does it seem more logical to a cat?
With the little snuggling cats, which I like. That's one of my favorite glyphs.
Yeah.
But like it seems logical.
Oh, did we decide which one the winner was? Crap. Where's my coloring? Oh! The coloring is there, but it doesn't show up very brightly.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, there was some
How do we fix that?
Yeah, there was something I did to fix that.
Maybe under view or something? Anyway. While
I'm working on that.
Do we want to find out what people are thinking? Not to necessarily make the decision, but just to find out, like, what some overall opinions are. Fix your shirt sleeve.
You don't like that?
I'll fold it up.
You don't like that?
All right. So this is, Aquamelon. Chatting with friends about conlanging and linguistics. That's awesome. And Jake, you're right. The HH wouldn't come out as often as a general double vowel situation. And so it wouldn't actually appear all that often. It would really have to be in this kind of specific context. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I'm going to post a poll just to see what you all are thinking. In what direction?
And we'll contact.
Are you leaning?
We'll contact Bibliridian separately, and
spelling.
He can inform us of what the correct choice is.
Lengthened vowels. Okay. Vowel H equals long vowel, or vowel equals long vowel. All right, so what this means, the capital V represents whatever vowel we're dealing with, whether it's E, A, you get the point. And then the H, so is it going to be vowel followed by H? You just know in certain contexts it's going to mean a long vowel. Or should we have just double the vowel? So it'll always be the same vowel written twice. So if it's a long it'll be A, long E, it'll be I, and so on. And so here we go. Poll is live.
Can I have a pen or something?
Oh, you have so many options. There's all the colors. There's ballpoint. There's gel. There's...
These are... Well, one of these was really fine. I don't know about the others. Oh, no.
Oh, it's okay. I'll
did a
push that
thing.
back up.
I thought there were going to be more of these, but in
Oh,
different
no.
colors.
Okay, if you want more of those, go in that one on the left. Because those are clicky types, but there's also the cap types that are the same.
Okay.
I've got so many options.
Now I'm just...
And then there's the Sharpie liners down below.
With this.
All right, and Jake is asking, what about a special character for HH?
That's why I needed the pen. I was going to try it out, see what it looked like. Because essentially...
HH would represent, if we had that aquamelon, the first one would represent a long vowel. So like AHH would represent long followed by a coda. So would be if you had that situation. Okay, let's see. Oh, we really almost have 100% of votes. And so our watchers right now are leaning in the direction of vowel.
Yeah.
That is the leaning.
Yeah, I'm trying with some sort of special character for HH, but honestly, it's not coming out really well. It's coming out like a squiggle because, like, essentially, like I'm just trying to write it quickly, and it's like you're trying to essentially write two circles with a line through it, and so basically you're just, from your perspective, you know, you're just trying to like, here's the line and then draw the next one.
Kind of attached to it.
And so it kind of ends up like maybe you get kind of a funky W, but it's just not
can
working.
I see? Although if we connect it the other way, kind of, or or something of that nature.
Yeah.
That one would be hard to write though. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so conlingery, that is indeed what we're talking about.
Can you imagine if we were talking about the romanization? How embarrassing. Okay, so.
Did you want to kind of show, well, wait, can we? Is that on anything?
No, it's fine.
Special?
It's fine. I'll show you what, like.
And then you can see I did a few squiggles along with it to see if any of them.
I'm not happy with it. I'm just not happy with it. So I think that double vowel, I think, makes a sense.
Okay.
Oh.
If H were like, listen, I love the concept behind H, so like, I love that, but like, I feel like if it were a simpler consonant glyph, then I would be more inclined to think it, you know, potentially appropriate.
Brian, that is a lovely idea, and I think it would work better if this was the winner that we decided on, but we decided on this one. And there's just not room. There's not room to put two lines there. There is room to... I'm just going to sketch this out, see why not. There's room to put it crosswise. I want to get those. I need the... Sorry, I didn't realize. I thought it would just copy my preference. Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
But I know how to do it. I thought it would just copy my preferences. I need the...
Yeah, Miles, I think that is also a true point. Like, if all final H's had been lost completely, then I think the vowel H spelling situation would be more attractive. That could be interesting. And then Abby working to see if that's possible. Also questions, would it work as another line in terms of like overline or an underline around the character.
Where are the grid lines? I want the grid lines. Should be in glyph window.
So, fun fact, we just put this program on my computer today, so David is finding out what all the base options are when you start fresh. And
show
grid. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we're figuring out what all the options are so we can put it the way that it works for him.
Yeah. So what's the space here? Negative 293, negative 143. I think it's 150. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
There we go. Just need to make sure. Okay, 150 or 500. And then what's 500 minus 150?
350.
All right. Where are we at now?
355.
Perfect. And perfect. All right. So then one thing that we could do, so yeah, we can't fit the two vertical lines, but we could potentially fit a horizontal line in there and see if it doesn't look too muddy. 500 plus 75 is 575. Move this bad boy over. Oh my God. How did that happen?
If you hit this plus an arrow, then it changes screens.
I don't want that.
That's the regular shortcut. Like, I didn't set that up. That's a regular keyboard shortcut.
But it's not. Like, it's a thing that makes it go over 100 in this. Like, and that's what I want. I don't want to go over 10 like a goober. I want it to go over 100. Like, whatever. 147. Let's put this at 60. Let's just do.
Ooh, bye, Abby. Stay grammar. Oh, when I lean down, that LangTime Studio icon is full on in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember to sit up. So that way the antennas are like pointing out my nose. Right.
Okay, now we're going to make both of these smooth, and we're going to push both of them in 10. That's how we do that. And so merge, remove overlap. That's what that would look like. This is just looking like a mess. I don't like that.
Yeah.
It looks much better.
So at some point it would just be like a solid dot.
Yeah. Yes, it could. But yeah, that's because that's the next issue we're going to have to get to is how to write eh. We don't know a schwa is if eh is going to be. Oh, it did occur historically. But we were just gonna roll with barred I for it.
Can you show me what all the vowel glyphs are? Like, I know what those three will be, the E, U, and O, but can you remind me what the, like, and other regular ones are?
Well, let's do some other ones right now since we gotta. So these are some. So right now we've got...
Jonathan, it came through now.
If you were doing it as a link, Jonathan, that wasn't going to work. They don't like that for some reason. Unless you're a porn spam bot. So that one's O. And the backwards one is...
Hey, Carl.
Carl! Hey. I did get your email. I swear I'll get on it. It's just been a time. And that one is W. So let's do another vowel. Let's go easy, and let's do schwa and ah, because they're upsy downsies of each other.
I think the cats would think it makes more sense to do long vowels with just like spelling it twice anyway.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
And if the Finnish do it,
yeah, of course,
then it's good enough for the cats.
Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of that.
And in case you're wondering, in Finnish, the word for Finland is Suomi.
Indeed it is. But we're missing, who is our Finnish speaker that would come and comment every so often? Remember?
Because I
Ilona.
had a Ilona, yeah. Because I kept trying to say Ilona, but it's actually Ilona.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so I think we're going to take this to make our the schwa. It looks like a hump, and then ah is the inverse of that, so it's like that. So we're going to try to make that right now. I'm going to start by flipping this upside down, and that needs to be at 1,000. Is that right? That's what we're rolling with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. There we are. And then we're going to delete this. In order to do that, you got to do that. And now you can delete everything, and there it goes. And now we have a happy little arch. We're going to use this to make our happy little hump. All right, so see, it's working now. Look.
Maybe you didn't have this selected.
No, see, like it can work for up or down, but it can't work for left or right.
Okay.
That's no good.
I should pay attention and make sure that we're not showing off anything on the other screen.
Mm-hmm.
If I had known you were going to change desktops in the middle of...
See, and right now I want to use it. I want to go over 100 as opposed to dragging this thing. No, that's fine.
We'll figure it out. I actually do use that shortcut, though, to change desktops. So I would need to make sure I still have that shortcut somewhere. Great. If we changed it. All right, yeah, the Joya fonts, exactly.
Okay, so this is what the curve looks like, and so we're going to remove the overlap, and what you're going to notice straight away is that it doesn't look very good. It's, you know, it's a little bit too wide. It needs to be hemmed in a little bit, so that's what we're going to do. I really want to go in by 100 right now. Ugh!
Go to keystrokes, change it, do it, because I don't want to hear this the whole string. Go into the keyboard settings.
All right, hold on a sec.
Oh, man.
Don't worry about numbers, Brian. I don't know why people care about numbers. They're just something you have to do. They're like the worst part of the conlang, in my opinion.
Even worse than verbs?
Yeah. At least verbs do something for you.
And Jonathan saying we need a sinusoidal curve.
Yes. Now, where do you think that is? Keyboards?
Well, it's keyboard, but this one is like a different keyboard, so it's down here. And then keyboard shortcuts. And you're gonna need to go to, like keys or shortcuts or something. And if we can't do it quickly, then honestly, I don't know. We'll have to. Oh, here we go. If we scroll down on that list. No, there's no scrolling. Oh, that's in Stage. That's Stage Manager. That's something else. Oh, here.
Here we go.
Move. So just remove those.
What would you like me to replace them with?
We need to find out what's available. So right now, just uncheck them, and then later I'll play with it.
Okay, but we know where it is.
Yes. Okay, so now you should be able to use the shortcut that you like.
All right, here we go. So we're going to move these in a tick. Kind of make it a little bit cozier. In order to do that, I'm going to move that in, but I'm going to move this back out. Because I kind of want it to go, and so like a little bit of a pinch, not like a super pinch, but a little bit of a pinch. And so we need to bring these in.
Starting to look good.
Yeah, that's good, because what we're going to do is we're going to have the big fat oohs here that we're going to use a lot.
Just a second, magpie. Yes. I don't think I have yet made a conlang that by myself that is anything other than base 10, because
Oops.
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna bring that in a little bit. Yeah, and then we get ultimately we're gonna have to delete these. So I want to see what happens if I delete them now.
Oh, already. Oh my gosh, this is like looking so much better.
See,
so much better that we should celebrate our progress.
This is getting wavy. Sure, this is getting wavy gravier the way I want it to. In fact, I'm gonna beef this out a little bit. See, and then maybe beef this out a little bit.
It's about to look like a hairdo on one of those like little.
That's right.
Animation.
But I wanna. Yeah. So like. This is getting closer. I'm going to try bringing this down. Don't worry, because this is going to disappear anyway. But this is getting closer to what I want, or what I was hoping for. But here we go.
Cheers. We're celebrating this really cute wavy line that's happening. Delicious.
Copico, when you need to celebrate before you actually have a reason to celebrate.
I've been jonesing for a Copico this whole hour, and so I decided we're at the midway point. I'm getting my Copico.
Yeah.
Not my fault you didn't do enough to, celebrate before.
I want more. I want more. It's got to have more cowbell.
You gotta be a certain age to understand that. I got a fever in the prescription. It's more cowbell. Nice. Which one is this for, by the way? What sound?
This is for ah. This doesn't look a ton like my drawing, which was much less like that. So maybe this is too much. Bye, Miles.
Bye, Miles. Stay grammar. Oh my God, that's kind of funny. You're right. And I didn't even know what that logo really looked like until we were on the plane. A person in front of us not only had the Lululemon bag, but also had Lululemon pants on. And so now I know exactly what Miles is talking about.
Yeah, what was the controversy with that company?
Their yoga pants were see-through.
Oh, right.
And so there were women everywhere showing more than they intended.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some men too, but really it was online. It was usually all about women. So I don't know.
What do you think?
What are we? I'm so sorry. We're looking at
this.
I think it's because it's that one, yeah.
I've been trying to make it fatter.
Which one was this based on? Like, what was the proto image?
An ear.
Hmm.
A cat ear.
Okay.
The other one, which is the inverse of this, was the kneading paws.
Okay. Do you want it fatter down near the bottom, or were you thinking like kind of a...
As I'm working with this, I knew what I wanted, but it's getting further away from this. That was the issue, I think.
Okay.
But I really feel like we need the circular terminations to figure this out.
All right. So as you're looking at that, another vowel that we haven't approached yet in terms of making, I don't believe, is the proto-O, which is going to be based on a drawing representing like a basket or a bed. So I was going to start.
No, we did that. We did that.
We already drew it?
Yeah. It's this one right here.
Perfect. So we already have it. What we don't have is a word to go with it that means like basket or bed. And so as you're watching, and as David is working on this, what we need are some protoforms that start with O in the protoform that will mean, we'll play with the meaning, whether it means basket or bed, but we definitely need a form for that word, and it has to start with O. Keep it short. Remember, one syllable roots here are our friends, and I will take your suggestions in chat. Oh, you're trying to make it kind of go like that? Is that what you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to merge these contours here and then delete that. And delete that. There we go.
And I will be using Lexergy, of course.
Now we can.
Here's the Lexergy things too.
Now we can do
RAM.
This. Honestly.
All right, so I'm seeing a couple suggestions. Okay, so I've got ols, ot. why hello, Dark Horse. Glad you can make it for any amount of time you can make it.
Oh, good to see you.
Hopefully the schedule works for you, even though it doesn't work for the stream so much. I hope it's working well for you. And ob and oi. Okay, so I have, I think, enough suggestions. I'm going to double check them all in Lexergy. And then I'm going to do what I forgot to do last time, and I'm actually going to check and make sure we don't already have those protoforms being used. That was a slight bit of an error on my part last time. Whoops.
Let's delete this. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to. There we go. E. Okay, okay. Now I'm going to double check these protoforms.
There we go. Now.
Ooh. Oh, no, we're good. That was an A sample sound change. All right, David.
Yeah.
For a word for basket or bed. Oh my God, it looks even more like hair now. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
For a word for basket or bed, we of course have to narrow it down to 4 for pole.
Mm-hmm.
The protoforms we have are os becoming as, becoming on, ot becoming ut, ob becoming ub, and oi becoming e.
I'm going to get rid of that last one.
All right. There we go. And then I'm going to write up the poll now. Well, it looks like David has something he's ready to talk about.
I do?
No? Oh, I thought you were...
Well, I'm just taking a look at things here, seeing how they're shaping up. This has gone all cattywampus over here. This needs to go out.
Cattywampus?
That's a little bit better. I'm actually going to move. Yeah, we're going to do this. Bring that well in. Let's bring it to 200. Move this out even further. Maybe, or is it getting a little bit too flat on top? Is it getting a little bit too flat on top? But you can always just move this in. Well, let's maybe wait on that.
All right, there you go. Poll is going live.
I'm actually going to post this somewhere here just to have part of it. I'm going to delete this.
And then do a flipperoo.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. I accidentally went to the cut. What are we at? 33.
Nice. Oh, we've actually got... All right, this is an overwhelming win in terms of how many votes we have and how many viewers. Everyone is very much feeling the ob becoming ub. Oh, not eb, sorry, ub.
Oob. Okay. Oh, cool.
And so that is our winner.
Okay, we're going to try to reduce the size of this a little bit. Bring it in 5.
We'll keep the other ones around for remembering later. All right. Another vowel.
There we go.
that we need, I'm double checking. Yeah, another vowel that we need a word for based on our glyph is it's going to be in IPA. You write it with the letter E, but it is of course pronounced A. So that's the sound we're dealing with. So we need it to start with the letter E, the protoform, and it is going to be the word for tail, as in like a cat tail. And so, what suggestions do you have for tail? What protoforms? You're right, Conlangry. It does look like an inverted leer. It's really nice.
Isn't that liar?
Liar, sure. It sure is. I've been saying it wrong in my head for many years. However, there's also a...
So we do this.
There's a lyrebird. It's a special songbird. And it's named that because its tail is lyre-shaped. That is delightful. While I'm waiting for some protoforms. I see yours, Tabby. Egg. I'm going to look up the lyrebird. Oh my gosh, David. Look at this bird.
Oh, what a beautiful bird. It's got like almost like a squirrel tail.
That is amazing. I am so happy to see that. All right, coming back.
That is a little bit closer to the original.
All right, so I see
a little bit more like a hat.
Ils, and L. Okay, that is good enough to get me started. Thank you all. I am going to put these into Lexergy and then do the test again. Got to make sure we haven't already used these forms.
Oops.
Mess up one time and I always be accountable after that.
Sorry about that. How far? This affects that one, right? Yeah. How far is that? 890, negative 188. Okay. Or 188. So that's 700. Let's make it 750.
Oh, wait, wrong one.
It's 700.
All right, so I have the forms I need to be searching for.
That's getting pretty darn close right there. Can we bring these in any?
Oh, we already have the protoform EL. That is the, that protoform means to make, and that's where we get our transitive atelic suffix. And so that one is out because it's already a word in the language. But that does mean all the other 4 options that I got are going to go into the poll.
Why doesn't it put up those little numbers that tells you what the distance is between those two things? It must be more score.
Do you want?
Oh,
I have
boy.
a calculator down there.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not.
All right. So now we're voting on a word for tail. As soon as I finish typing this up.
Oh yeah, there's the heat map. I like those. I like the heat map. Thank you. Okay, quick measurement. Love that. Is it hints?
I didn't realize we allowed RR as a segment in here, as a coda.
What? What? That doesn't look right.
Here. ERX.
Why on earth is that happening? And why would somebody create that to make it do that?
All right, so voicing assimilation causes the h to become a r, r. We applied the might of r, the r becomes a r, r.
Yeah, all right, it's fine. It's fine, I guess.
All right, poll is up. Your 4 options. This is the word for tail. Ik, at, ar, and ar. That was my double one.
I like it.
This is looking really lovely.
There we go. That's gonna save us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, so this thing obviously needs to get fixed a little bit. Maybe so does this.
We got some close votes. I'm going to leave it open because we still have, I think, 1 or 2 more outstanding, and we currently have a tie. So I'm hoping we get, oh wait, now we have the last one and we still have a tie. Okay, okay. All right, so we've got, oh wait, wow. Okay, somebody else voted, I guess, right before I hit end because now we have 2 more votes than we did, but we still have a tie. So, David.
Yes.
Would you rather the word for tail be at or ar? Erkswile. This is for tail.
And we're 100% sure that we have word final geminates here. Ar.
Jake says it was a whole feature.
Let it be ar.
Let it be?
Yep.
We can double check, and if for whatever reason that doesn't work, we do have the other option, ar, was on here. And so like we can still get it close. Or we can go to our second place winner. At
I'm gonna cheat my way out of this. I'm gonna put
what are you
nodes.
gonna do?
I'm gonna put nodes here. What is that? 178. That looks about even. And then I'm going to put another one right here. Or 2 more nodes right here. This point, 250. Good. And now we're going to delete these nodes. Yes. That's what it wants it to be. See? Now we're going to put nodes at the extreme points here because we can actually do this now, can't we? Yes, we can.
I'm going to read, when you're ready, I'm going to read something to you.
Yes, go ahead.
The might of R. The coda consonants M, N, H, and X magically change into a lengthening of the previous rhotic when occurring before another consonant or at the end of a word.
Or at the end of a word. Wow.
Excuse me.
You just like slammed the hammer down with that cough there.
Mm-hmm. You're looking up. Oh no, do I have something out of place?
Mm.
Yeah, you're.
No, wait. Here, wait. No, I can fix it. I can fix it.
No, you're gonna ruin everything.
Too smart for me. All right, so this is what I want to do. I don't want to actually put nodes there because I think it's a pain in the butt. I'm just going to...
What? How do we have the might of GH down here? The dern R and L become before.
Yeah, don't worry, then we get rid of that sound. It was a thing.
Right, but this was an R followed by a at one point. So the might of GH did not prevail.
I don't know.
We should have had voicing assimilation.
60, negative 90. It's 250, 250. 501, 501. Why are these different? 178, 178. Why are these different? Negative 90, negative 89.
We have a conundrum, David.
Yeah?
And it's not even that it's a problem, per se. It's that we do need to make a decision here. Okay. Exactly, a conundrum. Okay. So, in our document, what we have is that there is fricative voicing assimilation. This happens first before any of the other rules that are relevant.
Okay.
And so, ERX, I'll take the pen though.
Why don't you write it in here? Then we can retain it.
Okay. And so how we have it written is that ERX is going to, and it doesn't matter what happens to the vowel. We're really only caring about what happens to the consonants. R. However, in the might of R, X is not the coda. So it shouldn't technically apply. In fact, we should skip down to number 11, and the dern R becomes R before R.
And then what happens to that?
Later. Wait, that wasn't glottal deletion, right? This is all vowels. It's all vowels. Here we go. It merges.
And so it should become R. Or actually with an A, I guess. R.
Yeah, it ends up. And so this should end up being GH, GGH?
Yes.
Okay, so
that's strange. Let's go to Lexergy.
So ERX is our protoform we're dealing with.
No, I mean, we know what Lexergy does. What we want to see is how the rule is written. There's the might of R. There's the might of GH. That's the further mightiness of R. Huh. Wait, which rule was that had
the might of R is being applied, so the R is counted as a frequicative.
I mean, it should be.
That's fine if we wanted the rule to be applying to all weak fricatives, but that one wasn't listed.
Might of R.
In our document.
Frequicative. And I assume frequicatives are listed somewhere up here, right?
Yes, so it's theta, X, the R, the uvular H, H, and H.
There it is. It's counted as a frequicative.
Right,
even though it's
but
not written that way here.
in the might of R in our rule as it's written, it doesn't. It only applies to H and X. It
Yeah, I
doesn't apply
know.
to theta or anything else.
That's pretty wild. I mean, I think it counts as a weak fricative, myself.
Well, do we want to rewrite this rule, making it apply to all weak fricatives? Because right now it doesn't. It only applies to the eight.
I mean, I think
H and
that's
the
definitely
X.
intent because, I mean, look at this one. Onset H and X at this stage are lost after a uvular. So it's like we really intended those rs to be lost. So yeah, this is just an oversight. So let's go ahead and change it and make it match with Lexergy. How do you do this?
What are you doing?
Trying to do this.
I got this keyboard from you. I haven't changed anything except for the one settings that change these two buttons.
All right.
Um,
But it's not a keyboard thing, it's a computer thing. Okay.
Okay, but
Okay, good.
that means
Uh-huh.
the might of GH, half of it no longer applies. Because the R is never going to be in front of a GH anymore. Because here, the GH, if it follows an R, whether it's an onset or the end of a word, is going to turn into an R. And so at no point will we have R as a segment for 11. We'll still have an L, but we won't have an R.
Well, maybe at some point, if Graham rewatches this, he can point out where it would apply. Because
it's just that it already follows one that says, hey, if a follows an R, it turns into an R. So done.
oh, interesting. Interesting. Look at that. So here, it becomes a r.
Which is what I thought this would become.
Here it becomes a r.
Why?
We had different rules for codas and initials.
No. It's because of the ah. The ah makes it uvular.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Then why would ERX be different from MER?
Because it's different. Because here it's a coda, and here it's a cross. This is actually an onset.
Okay, but in our rule, do we say?
Yeah, we do.
It has to be the end of a word or another consonant.
Onset.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
I am so wrong. I missed that part of the rule. We're good. You can have this back.
All right.
Woo! Sorry, that was...
Meanwhile...
However, we still needed to add to that rule because we needed weak fricatives to be part of the rule. So I'm glad that we had that discussion and that we figured that out. Okay.
Meanwhile, I think this one's looking pretty good. Might bring this in a hair.
Was this all you, Jake? Oh, man.
680 minus 50 is 630. 1310 minus 680 is 630. So at least, okay, yeah, that's correct. How are we going to fix this?
What are we needing to fix?
Let's see what happens if we do that.
Whoa. Okay, wait. Go back.
That? You like that?
I may. What happens when you do the same to the other side?
What are we at? 1510. So
It's a little flatter on top than I had intended.
yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Can you bring it in just like, yeah, once on each side? Okay, now I'm ready to see it all in its glory.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we gotta.
Oh, and yeah, Jake, by the way, the issue was that I misread the rule, but also that we needed to add that it affected the GH and not just the X for that RR situation. It was August 4th. Ah, such a day, such a day. It's all good, Jonathan. We have words for tail and basket now / bed. We're not sure exactly how we'll work that meaning out. Dark horse. That's right. When I draw a possum and a drum. It's good stuff. Oh, sure, because you write dates that way. It was April 8th, not August 4th. You know, when I was in high school, we had an exchange student my senior year, which I always felt a little bit bad because it's like, you know where I grew up. Could you imagine being an exchange student from, say, England, which he was, and like being popped into where I grew up? Yeah. So anyway, we had this exchange student, and you know, in the forms that he had filled out, you know, it included birth date and everything. And so he had listed his birth date in the way that you do in England. And that is, you know, day followed by month, followed by year. And so his birthday was actually like in June. So he was rather surprised in October when over the loudspeaker during the daily birthday announcements, he was wished a happy birthday. And it's because they didn't realize that it was written the other way. And so, yeah, he got celebrated in the wrong month entirely because nobody knew how to read the European date formats. And really, it makes more sense to do day, month, year because it goes in order of changes most often, doesn't change as much, changes even less. So it makes more sense to do day, month, year. I'm not mad at that, and I embraced it when I lived in Germany. It's just that, you know, if I did it that way here, everybody would be like, no, this is wrong. So it's like, you know, I gotta work with it. But
personally, I think that this is the best format for at least for organizing things on a computer, which is, you know, full year and then 2 for the month and 2 for the day, because then everything is just organized very accurately.
Oh yeah, for files, yeah. For sure, because you want to know the 2022 version versus the 2021, and then from there, month, day, yeah, that would be preferable. I'm saying if the year is going to be the last thing, no matter what, month should be sandwiched between day and year, regardless of what order you go, because it makes more sense. But you know,
let's see, wonder. Yeah, we're going to do that.
Oh, what are we doing?
We're going to just delete that.
Oh.
A little nicer for those circular terminations. All right. All right. Now let's just pop this one over here and give it a quick one of these.
Woo! And which one is this then? This was...
I think this one's schwa.
Oh, the kneading.
Yeah, I think this one's schwa. No. That one's A. This one's schwa. All right, there we go.
Do you even know what you're doing? But if that one is A, then it doesn't mean to knead, it would mean tail.
All right, so we've
Oh,
got,
the one for kneading is the ah, whatever the ah was.
so we've got, let's try to keep track here. Put a little star next to them. We've got H, we've got O, we've got ah, we've got schwa, and we have W, and is that it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is here?
I feel. Did you say that we have oo? Because don't we have the circle?
6. Q. Yes, we have Q. All right.
Oh, sorry, I was reading
Yeah.
that.
No, I know, it gets confusing. All right. So I think next we have to do a very important one, which is barred I. Very important shape because it figures a lot into this thing. By the way, the last things that we need to figure out are how we're going to do nasalization. And I think that may be our next poll.
Okay.
But like also how to do G and Angma, which I think are tied to nasalization.
Quick note, Brian, we haven't had P in a protoform because there was no proto-P. There was only a B.
Yeah. Which is not unusual. Not unusual.
And do you have ideas for nasalization?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm written over there.
Okay, good.
All right.
Wonderful.
Now for this.
I'm avoiding the more complicated ones. Whilst David is doing this,
Yeah, this is
we
happening.
need a word for leaf. So a lovely word for a leaf on a tree or on the ground. We won't judge. It could be falling. It could be wherever. But this word is going to start with a B in its protoform. Speaking of bees, and so the word for leaf needs to start with B, and so I will take your suggestions now. How you doing, David?
This is a spicy one. I think we need to do the whole thing right here. We might need to move it in a little bit. Oh.
It's such a beautiful little hoof thing, though.
Yeah. There.
Did it say repeat with side bangs?
Repeat set side bearings.
Bearings. I thought it said bangs, and I was like, side bangs. That's fun.
Yeah, so this is 1356. I think I'm going to bring this in. And then, yeah, because I think,
It looks like little Smurf feet.
oh, that's cute. This, of course, I mean, we're going to fix that, but I want to do the top first, so in order to do that, gosh darn it.
That was loud, too. Goodness,
I got 10
I like
messages.
jumped. I don't know. I have 12 apparently, so we'll see that. All right, I'm seeing some suggestions. Thank you all for helping out here. Got BEW.
What is this distance right here?
Dice.
What is this distance? Basically, we need to continue this line somehow.
That becomes bites. That's a schwa.
What's a smart way to do this?
Becomes bit. What are we trying to do with that?
You know what? I'm just going to do this the lazy way.
I approve.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to double check some protoforms. Whoops. Goodness. Gosh, I miss having a big screen. This is why I work on this computer when I'm able. Okay, and then we have...
I need to know what angle this is.
Oh, goodness.
God. Why can't I get that to show up?
Big and back.
Metrics table? No.
All right, I have enough suggestions. Thank you. I see Silvertail and Brian, I've got yours because you can bad at it. Nice. So, big and bat.
That's not... Whatever that was strange.
Oh, did something like kind of blink out or something?
Yeah. Is this it? There was...
And then big becomes big. And got still spot.
It used to tell you exactly what angle it was, and I need that. I really need that right now. Otherwise, I'm just
under show, does it...
I've got everything except for font audit, which is not it. It's driving me crazy. Is it here?
How to see angles and what is this called? Glyph window?
There we go. Got it. Got it. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay. I was trying to get it covered.
Okay. Ooh, those are different angles. How about that? That's interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? This is going to need to change anyway, so let's find whatever the extreme point is here and put that in. The part where it's 90-90.
All right.
Right there, 219. Okay, now we're going to delete this.
Right. I am double checking what roots I have to make sure they're not already used.
I'm going to move this up so it's still 52.2 right there. That's good enough. 52.2. Well, it's just, why not?
Okay. All right, David, I have 6 roots for leaf. I'm going to need you to narrow it down.
All right.
So we have modern forms bu, bites, ben, bich, bot, boots.
Get rid of bites and beats.
Get rid of bites and boots?
Yeah.
Wow, so not what I would have gotten rid of.
No.
What? Boots, boots, boots. Come on. It's so
Does that say
cute.
leaves to you? Does that say leaves to you?
Fine.
I mean, that's when me leaves. Get it? I'm gonna try this. Look, it did it again.
Did what?
Flashy thing. It's still doing it.
I think it's me.
How are you affecting
Just
it?
a second.
Yeah.
There.
What
It's trying to connect my 2.
Can it do that now?
Let's see if I press on it. I don't know how to access it. But it's me. Like I'm over in the...
Like, is it putting your cursor there?
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I now have 2 screens.
Whoa.
I could mess you up by moving my mouse over and like taking over.
You can, but also think about the...
Wow.
Wow.
I can have... And it says it connects to iPad now too. I could have 3 screens going. Oh my gosh.
Also, why am I in features and classes? I should be in
But that
default.
also explains why it's been really wonky every time I get close to the edge over here.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness gracious. Nice.
We're going to stick with that. I know it looks really weird, but it's not going to be that big.
Oh wait, I was typing a poll before I got sidetracked. I was like so excited by that, I forgot that I was supposed to be doing that.
I see what's going on. This thing needs to go to curve.
Oh my gosh. Leaf B. Tell you what, this was an exciting day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wipe the grin off my face. Doesn't it make you want, wait, no, you don't have the new update upstairs. I was like, don't you want to go upstairs and do it for yourself? But no. No. B becomes B. And
oh, I just thought of
all right,
potential Ben and Jerry's flavor.
Going.
James Vanderbaked.
Oh my god. Yes.
That's good.
Nice. Okay, so, oh, you know, Mateus, words come out the wrong way all the time. Happens.
Let's try that. Looks a little bit more homey.
Ooh, for our loop-de-loop. Oh, I am so excited to see the loop attach it. This looks good already.
That does look pretty close to what I was
That makes me so happy.
For.
Awesome. All right, we're just missing a couple votes, so I'll let it stay up for a little while longer. So if you are just now like tuning back in, we are voting on what our word for leaf should be. And we've got bi, ben, bich, and bat as our suggestions. And so you all are in charge to decide. Really? Jonathan says bat would be a nearsklu for Yiddish and German. Interesting.
For leaf?
Right? I'm trying to think of what the word for leaf. German. I suddenly can't remember. However, we now have all our votes in. So I'm going to end the poll. And then I'm going to go check word for leaf in German.
Oh, ben.
Oh, blatt. Blatt. Thank you. Blatt. It is close.
So it's ben, which is the exact same word as the word for cozy home.
Oh my gosh. I checked the protoforms, and the protoform wasn't used.
Yeah.
But BIM is our cozy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I kind of like that.
That's nice. Oh, it's at 1200. Darn it.
I feel like that could lead to some fun folk etymologies for the cats.
It needs to be at 1000, doesn't it? Oh, it can go above 1000. I see. We're just kind of aiming for 1000. I see.
Like when you're a cat and you move into a new home, people bring you a leaf for good luck.
Oh.
Because it's like that means you'll have a cozy, warm experience in your new home.
Oh, that's really good. I like that. That's canon now.
I'm going to type that up.
Good. Okay.
Bring a leaf to a cat. Into a new home. Ooh, you're knocking mice over there.
Go ahead and delete those.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
And you know, Jonathan, I think that will at some point be an Instagram illustration, just not this month, because this month is taken over by Lexemper.
That's
But I'll have
right.
to remember to do that for January, because what better way to welcome in a new year than a leaf?
Turning over a
New
leaf.
leaf. With wishes, warm wishes of a good year.
And of course, my agency is New Leaf Literary.
Yes, it is. So many leaves. So wonderful.
This is really working out very well, and it shouldn't be. Like, there should be more problems.
Well, oh God, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Like, can't believe it worked out.
Nice.
Like this.
So this year, by the way, if you haven't seen the LangTime Instagram account yet, this is our first time doing Lexember with one of my drawings in the background. Because in the past, David has designed something to be the background.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that we decided to actually have a little drawing in the background. And if you look at the drawing, you'll see that it's very similar to one from January of 2022. That was for David's birthday, but we winterized it and made it about Lexember. And so if you look closely, the bird is a cardinal because they're a winter bird. And then if you look closely at the other little critters flying around, you'll notice they have a scarf and or a hat on to keep them warm. And so that was a lot of fun to do.
Can't believe how well this worked out. Now, I want to work on this heat map right here. I'm almost tempted to add a node right here and delete and see what it does. I want it to be exactly at 100.
Ooh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Kind of shortens it a little bit.
No.
No, yeah.
No. So the node has to be there, which just means we have to fine tune these to get it to be a little less pointy.
And Viren, yeah, we did Kopiko right around the midway point. David said we had nothing to celebrate yet. I was celebrating the beautiful curve that he had created on the screen. And so I was ready to celebrate. And that curve turned into a lovely glyph. And so the pre-celebration was, in fact, timely.
Yeah, it came out all right. Let's see what these look like.
Cats can be tricky that way, Jonathan. Ooh. Where are we going?
Oh, this is the one where it takes forever. There we go. Oh no, not that. Oh right, I was going the wrong direction. Makes sense.
All right, so obviously got to fix some kerning things, but
Oh yeah, they're all.
that'll be much later.
We haven't done any kerning yet. And as you'll see, like when these two come next to each other, even though they never will, I'll need to scoot over. Same with these two.
What was that noise, David? Wow. What IPA would you use? Descriptions, phonetic descriptions, would you use to describe that noise? Is it lateral, obviously?
Yeah, it's a lateral fricative because you can hold it.
Voiceless, obviously.
Yeah, it's not a click. It's a fricative.
Fricative, or are you actually almost trilling? Is it almost a lateral trill going on? No.
No, it's a fricative.
Okay.
It's definitely a fricative. It is a lateral fricative. It's a voiceless lateral fricative, and it's definitely pulmonic. It's coming out. You know, it's just.
I don't know. Right now it's dying the more you do it. Like it was strong, and now it's like I'm dying.
But it's like. It only comes out of one side, so not like sha, which comes out both.
So it's a unilateral.
It is a unilateral voiceless fricative. And there's just, I don't know, it's just really noisy because it's like it comes out of the front, you know? Like this is just an H and you're interrupting the flow. This is actually, you're taking the back of your tongue. So the front of your tongue is pressed up against your your alveolar ridge. And then rather than just letting air flow through it, you're pushing the back of your tongue up against your, I guess, your gum?
Interesting.
Like where your teeth are.
Like, I don't think
to,
I
like,
can make
force
this.
out.
I don't think I can make this noise. And
You
so
can roll your tongue. Of course you can do this.
once the stream is over, I got to practice.
Well, just try it right now. Just here. Just,
Like,
just,
I don't even.
how can you not do this?
But that's why
You can do it on the other side too.
That's what I was asking how you would describe it, because I was trying to figure out what your tongue was doing to make this happen.
Go ahead.
Okay, no, we got to focus on this.
I'm not dismissing this class until you try this.
No,
young
that's
lady.
fine, but we need to have another conversation while I attempt to stop laughing while I
I'm gonna
try.
push it in. I'm gonna push it in a little bit.
But I don't think this will cursivize, no, because I mean this is already. Oh, and silver tail. I added an S in there for you, silver stale.
Which implies silver snail.
Oh my gosh. But thicker as it goes into the round end things. Okay. Would you call it bunched? Tethys is asking your tongue when you're doing that.
No.
Okay.
I thought everybody could make this noise. It's just, it's a very standard noise. It's like, when you're...
I can only do it kind of if I suck in, which is not pulmonic.
No, it's definitely going out. It's like, when you're imitating one of those old-timey cars.
No, that is...
Or like an old machine getting its,
I'm like trying not to spit on you. I'm sorry.
Also, isn't it the sound that you're supposed to make when you go, Okay, I guess you can do that too, yeah.
This is like in Friends when Chandler's all like trying to do the whip noise and all he can do is whoop-ah! And like, I feel like this is me trying to do this noise. I'm all like, whoop-ah!
It's like the chicken in Arrested Development.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Viren, it does sound a bit like a duck call, doesn't it? Because when you blow on the little duck caller thing, it kind of sounds a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Because it's not an actual quack. It's a lot like that.
Yeah. Need to do that. Because now there's kind of a whoop, whoop, and that's not good. This needs to come that way, and this needs to come that way by the same amount. I think it needs to be in that corner. So...
Oh, Jonathan. Yeah, that show was...
That's way too much.
David introduced it to me, and I'm grateful he did.
Okay.
Did it work?
No,
I've only been slightly paying attention. I'm sorry.
It's way too much.
As David is playing with this, we are getting to the end of our stream, and so I will say that most likely patrons, you will be voting on how to represent nasalized vowels in this system. We will need to discuss when the patron stream will be, because a lot of these Saturdays in December are holidays, and so we'll have to figure that out. So just... That'll be on our talking points, and we'll let you know as soon as we figure that out. And were there any other announcements? Next week will be normal. We'll have an abnormal week after that, but then back to 2 normal weeks after that. And so that will be good. Out of the 5 Thursdays in December, only one is disrupted by travel, and that is the 15th.
Yeah. That's better.
LangTime Chat, episode 34, dropped today. It's a very exciting day. Start of Luxembourg, new podcast. And we were quite excited about the podcast episode because it was, we talked about Quechua, which is a language we created for Amazon's Paper Girls. And so we talked about that because we really enjoyed working on that language. Well, Jake, an early patron stream would be delightful, but that would be either this Saturday or next Saturday. Uh, those are the only 2 Saturdays we have for early.
Yeah.
And so we would definitely have to get on that and figure out what possibilities we have. And so, again, we will let you know as soon as we figure that out.
Yeah.
Oh, Quechua. Yeah, no, it's not Quechua. Nope, Quechua. Yeah, we would not. If we were doing an episode on that, Jake, we would definitely chat with you.
We could do the 17th.
Not if Kay's visiting.
We could do the 24th.
On Christmas Eve?
We can do the 31st.
But that's not early. So that's why I said, like, if we do it early, it really has to be either this Saturday or next. And so we need to get on that from our end to see if that's a possibility.
Are we happy with this?
There is something about this right there.
What?
And I don't know. I think I'm happy with it. Especially when you had all the small ones, like, I feel happy with it. Because I feel like that matches this, but when I look at it in isolation, there's something that catches my eye, but when I see it all together, I'm like, no, that, like, it fits. It's fitting for what it does.
46.9. 46.7. Oh, that's weird. Isn't that weird? 89.
I don't know. Oh, Jonathan, making the Creole. Okay, Joadi. That'll be a while. We got to finish. I got to flesh out Joadi much more, and then Quechua can start borrowing from it.
There we are.
All right. Are you happy? Because now we're about to hit end streaming, and I want to make sure we end on a note where you are happy.
Yeah. What's 1190 minus 971?
1190 is minus 971. 219.
Okay. That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. 595, 595, 95.
Tethys says they found a wiki page called Donald Duck Talk, a wiki page called, they labeled Donald Duck Talk as allaryngeal form of vocalization.
Nice. All right. Well, here, but while we're here.
Oh, look at that. I popped over again. Hi. Okay, back over. That was my mouse. Ooh, get ready for a sound. Oh, it wasn't as loud as it could have been. Sometimes it's much louder.
That's alarming. But yeah, I was going to say we should go ahead and do K while we're here. Yeah.
Are you going to do it live?
What?
K, are we going to keep streaming while you do this?
Oh yeah, I don't see why not, because it's pretty simple. Just to make this smooth and do that.
Whoa, like that. Whoosh.
Oh boy, things.
Hey, aye, David.
Currently, things are happening. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Okay, well, for anyone who has to leave because it is late, thank you for being here, and stay grammar.
I want to turn this to curve.
And yeah, we'll see.
Oh my goodness!
See what David has planned here.
Oh my goodness! Look.
Although I've been
waiting
for a restroom break since like 3:10.
All right. But to curve, and then we're going to make this smooth. We're going to delete this. Gosh, driggity darn it.
Driggity?
Yes. Now we delete this. There we go. See, this is the shape I was trying to make.
Ooh, tincture's going to be in a new location. Yay!
The tincture? Like
tincture.
our tincture?
Yeah. Exciting new location. Not just new, but exciting.
Look at that. You like that?
Oh, That's nice. A little foof. Oh yeah, we need a foof on both sides for. That's why you said we would do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just thought it would be real quick. And we'll make it.
And then we just got to reverse it and put it on the other side. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where it's supposed to be so that it's exactly the same spot.
Can't we
there.
measure where that edge is and that edge?
Well, this is 159. What is 1190 minus 159?
Minus 159 is 1031.
So it just needs to be 10 over.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Now.
Don't worry, we'll revisit it. We'll revisit it and fix it. I just wanted to see what it looked. Anyway.
All right.
All right.
So thank you all for being here. Happy Luxembourg, and we will see you next week. Until then, stay grammar.
Bye, everybody.